Hello, guys. Welcome back. So, we had a couple hours kind of like staycation where the demons were still here, but they had backed off a little and gave me like some downtime. They appreciate it. They've been pushing very fast and very hard, and they're all eager to begin all the work, and they all want to do it right now, every one of them now. And they realized I needed them to back off and come up with some kind of organization. And a new one got in, as they always do. And I say got in, but you know what I mean. I'm honored and I'm happy that they're here. But at the same time, I keep trying to say, okay, that I'm sure that's more than enough. I know we invited all 72, but I didn't actually mean they were obliged to show up. You do know I didn't mean you had to show up, don't you? And they just kind of look at you like, you invited me. I'm here now. This is my territory. So Azazel is going through the house, making their territory and patrolling and looking. You can almost feel like they're looking towards the neighbors because they can't believe how insane, especially the state of Pennsylvania is. And I'm like, welcome to Pennsylvania. What can I say? So they're doing patrols, and all the demons are very happily settled in. And they really didn't leave, they just kind of pulled back their energy so I could have some downtime and I could have some sanity. And Lucifer showed up to gently remind me that, they're here as a blessing. They're here as my family. They're not here to overwhelm me. And they've been pushing so hard because they wanted me to get some shadow work done, which is never fun. And now, especially, it's even less fun, but it's kind of like Lucifer was kind enough to point out that's exactly why they're doing it. He's like, now is a time that'll like just speed up this shit. You've already got so much stuff at the surface. We all do right now that if you be careful, make sure you're working with somebody like Loki or somebody to do this. Now's a great fucking time to do your shadow work because you will just start to go through that really fast. That said, it's hyper intense and nobody's gonna like it. It has been hard. I mean, we did a couple hour session last night and I didn't mean for it to go for a couple hours, but it did. And it's just getting all the garbage out of you. It's getting all that bad teachings you had in your childhood out of you. And it's getting all the questions out of you that you want to ask somebody like, where the fuck is God? And, the demons aren't going to yell at you. And then, like, the former Catholic kicks in, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And they're like, no, you should ask, where the fuck is he? Why is this still going on? Why is the whole human species going crazy? So it's been really liberating, but it is kind of, it is kind of painful, and it's called shadow work for a reason. But I also saw a good article last night about, and I don't know if the author was a Christian, but they said about letting your demons lead you. And what they meant was the shadow aspects of yourself. And it's why we said we should stay in balance, that you can't just be all light and love and peace and healing. You have to acknowledge the shadow side of your psyche too, whatever it is that you have prominent, like anger. So I know I have anger, and learn how to work with that and integrate it into your personality. Don't just put it over here and hope it goes away, because the further you push it down, the more you try to deny it, and the more you try to be a good person, the more twisted and corrupted it becomes. And then you start to be, you start to get issues, because that is part of you that is going nowhere. You have to learn to integrate it. So, it's why Bilal was missing me being angry, because you do need anger. You need anger to protect yourself. You need anger to protect yourself from people taking advantage of you. I had posted some stuff to Loving Devil Sports, and I felt bad last night, and they're like, no, you should be mad. You should be mad at a lot of this stuff. You should ask lots of questions. You should point out when stuff isn't fair, and you should point out it's not right for, one group of people to endanger everyone else, and such forth and such not. So, it's been hard. It's hard when you're doing your shadow work. It's hard when you're integrating not only the dark parts of yourself, if you want to say it that way, but you're also working through all of your past issues and your past traumas. And if you're a Catholic, it's like there's a never-ending supply of it. Because basically they brainwash you as a kid. Jesus loves you, but he's gonna throw you in hell if you piss him off. And they're trying to make a God of love No, out of God. Well, not the Catholic Church. God still hates you there. But getting laughter, Becker, especially if you're gay. Though, if you harm children or murder a whole race of people, as long as you said you were sorry at the end, you get to go to heaven. Not the gay people, though. So, you can hear the contempt. And I'm getting, yeah, stick it to the man, Becker. It's okay to be angry at that. Any decent human being should be angry at a teaching like that. I don't care if it came from a church or it came from a scientist or it came from an atheist or who it came from. I don't care. God Almighty, himself came down. If any guy gets hit by lightning, gonna be me. And said it. I'd be like, no, kiss my ass. No, absolutely not. You shouldn't have these horrible, warped, fucked up standards for people. And it's not just the church. The New Age has a version of be as fucking terrible as you want because it's your destined role. Hitler was meant to do what he did. I'm like, no, fuck you up the ass. That's terrible. Hitler wasn't destined to do what he did. He was a fucking monster, and a lot of fucking monsters went along with the shit he did. And that's a thing you have to remember, that, you have to look at whatever teaching you're looking at, whether it's religious or New Age or whatever. And if it's starting to excuse terrible behavior, that might be something to walk away from. Because I can tell you, if you're working with demons, they will fucking make you own your shit. They will make you own your shit, and every little thing that it's not as terrible as it sounds, but every little thing that you kind of backslide on, they will remind you, more or less gently. They're not like yelling at you or beating you or anything. This isn't the Catholic Church. Wow. But, they will remind you. And Lucifer was a little insulted that I didn't welcome Azazel with open arms. But in my defense, I thought St. Michael was here to kill me again. And, it felt menacing. It didn't feel like he was trying to get across, look how strong I am, and I thought he was trying to get across, I am here to kill you. So it was a language barrier thing, and once Lucifer realized that, and Azazel realized that, they were both fine. And now, it feels like demons are patrolling the territory, because the more news you play, and I have not been playing a lot, I play like maybe 1 or 2 segments a day now, they really react strongly to that, and they really react strongly to certain human behavior. And they hone in on all that stuff. So today was also about, do you have enough food? Do you have enough supplies? Are you okay? Don't lie to me. Is there something you need? So it's been about being prepared. We do have 2 more items that they haven't shipped yet, and I was surprised. Mammon had been willing to let me order early. I said, I'm just getting a sense that I will wait to the end of the month, because we have enough food to order, or wait until those items ship, because I said everybody and their uncle is really greedy and grabby and graspy right now, and I want to make sure I have all my ducks in a row. Like, people that are claiming money that you don't owe money to don't deserve it. But I said people are getting really, really grabby, and I said I would just feel relieved if I had, extra money just in case. I said, we can't eat money, but money does pay bills. So we're working on getting a balance. We have everything we need right now. I don't have to make an emergency order. And I said, as these states are opening back up, whatever you think of that, I said, I'm seeing that Walmart's starting to get more products in for a longer period of time. So I said, by the time we do order something, it should be pretty close back up to normal. It's just a lot of people are going to have to learn, if you're watching the news, to be vegetarian. I'm like, well, I did it before. It wasn't that bad. And, for the foreseeable future, we might have to change our lifestyles a bit. And we might have to change the amounts of food. And, we all have ready access to food, most of us, thankfully. And learn to share, and learn not to be greedy, and learn to wait our turn. But, you guys all know that. I'm preaching to the choir here. I got back here. So, we hope you guys are having a good one. It was actually good to get all the demons back in. I was just overwhelmed. They understood that. And we're having a freeze tonight, so that's exciting. So they're making sure I have everything done. Do I need to do anything outside or anything else? No. Oh, and the mailman was cool with it. The mailman's using the box for the mail, which is actually nice because it's bigger than my mailbox and I don't get stuff all smushed together. So I think I'm going to actually keep it. So the birds did me a favor. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.